This video was produced based on an article by Lingshan Hermit. All rights reserved. Any infringement will be prosecuted. Whenever I see someone proclaim to the world, "I am the master of my own life," or "I control my own world," I think to myself, here is another naive child who believes they can control cause, condition, and effect. May I ask, can you control your own mind? Can you stop your own thoughts? Do you truly understand how the world operates? Do you know what the man sitting next to you on the high-speed train is thinking right now? If you cannot even control your own mind, do not know what others are thinking, and are even more ignorant of the rules governing the world's operation, then you had best not presume you can control your own life. Imagining that one can control the direction of courses and conditions is perhaps the most absurd and overambitious thing an ordinary person can do. Theoretically speaking, to control the direction of courses and conditions, you would need to know all courses and all conditions. You would need to know the consequences of every action you take, and understand the chain reactions triggered in your body and mind by every thought. Only by knowing all this could you control courses and conditions. Only then could you avoid and eliminate those that bring disaster, while accumulating and creating those that bring fortunate encounters. Obviously, this is not something ordinary people can accomplish. Never mind something as grand as your entire life. Even something as small as successfully growing a potted plant is an illusion composed of billions upon billions of constantly changing courses and conditions. Its true state is far beyond what you can conceptualize. Yet being able to grow a plant successfully creates the illusion that you can control the world. In fact, you have merely stumbled upon apparent success by relying on thousands of years of accumulated human experience. You do not actually understand the principles and causal workings behind what you did, such as watering and fertilizing. By drawing on millennia of human experience, we occasionally do things right by chance. This misleads us into believing we can influence the world's direction and control our own lives. This is truly tragic. In reality, the development of every event is the result of an unimaginably vast number of causes and conditions interacting and combining. They far exceed your imagination and cognition. And most of these causes and conditions are imperceptible to you. So imagining you can completely control and sort through these causes and conditions is like believing you could instantly crack every person's mobile phone password in the world using just your brain. You cannot know others' thoughts and feelings, and cannot know what they are thinking. Even if you know in this moment, it does not mean they will be the same in the next. Perhaps they loved you 1 second ago, but in the next second were moved by someone's bright and refreshing demeanor and changed their decision to marry you. There is a 2023 American TV series, Love and Death, based on the 1980 Texas axe murder case. The married female protagonist falls for her married male neighbor, and they agree to have an affair without affecting each other's lives. They promise not to hurt each other's spouses or families, and if either starts developing real feelings, they will end the relationship immediately. They thought it through beautifully, planned meticulously, and designed various contingencies. Americans naively tend to believe they can control their destiny. But they did not know the world's direction was not theirs to control. Despite their thorough planning and their imagining of various possible scenarios, events ultimately spiraled beyond their control and proceeded on their own course. The female protagonist found herself jealous of the intimate interactions between the male protagonist and his own wife. She tried to return to her former life but ultimately failed. The ending was that she killed the male protagonist's wife in his home. This is the tragedy that results when ordinary people attempt to control the world's direction. So you never know what courses and conditions will ripen. You do not know why your cat suddenly goes crazy, where others' hatred toward you originates, or how important that person you met for a blind date at Raffles City Cafe will be to your future life. You do not know the various effects the carbonated beverage you drank is having in your body, the secrets hidden by the US government, or what the person sleeping beside you is thinking. You do not know what is happening in the world every second. You do not know how many people are grieving, how many are breaking down, how many sea turtles are hatching on dawn beaches, how many beings are being devoured, and how many people are in bed with someone else's spouse. Unless you have already become a Buddha, knowing all causes and conditions is pure delusion. It would require a workload exceeding the most advanced quantum computer by billions upon billions of times. For those who do not practice, attempting to control your world and make it proceed according to your wishes without knowing all causes and conditions is completely overambitious wishful thinking. There will always be causes and conditions you never anticipated that come along to disrupt your plans. It is like that old joke about the phone always ringing just when you have stepped into the shower, poured shampoo on your head, and worked up a lather. However, Buddhism offers a method that allows you to move in a positive direction without controlling all causes and conditions. While you still cannot possibly control causes and conditions, at least you can make them gradually move in a better direction. You need only trust the teachings of the Buddha and the great masters of the past, and work diligently to accumulate virtuous karma and confess negative karma. For practitioners, knowing all causes and conditions is neither necessary nor remotely possible. When we confess, we do not need to know every wrong thing we did in our past lives throughout cyclic existence, because there are simply too many. You need only contemplate, I confess all negative actions of body, speech, and mind that I have committed in the past, am committing in the present, and will commit in the future. When we practice virtue, we also do not need to know specifically what fortunate encounters each action will bring us. You need only do it. Basically, this is all we can do. You cannot first know everything and then act. You must first trust someone, let them take your hand, first walk out of darkness, and only then can you see the path. Those greatest practitioners do not fantasize that they can control the world's direction or tame the world. Most of the time, they peacefully coexist with the world. They accord with causes and conditions, remain undarkened by causes and conditions, rather than forcibly twisting them.